Hello and welcome to Unilag News Review. My name is Adebola Adeduba. Love is in the air as Valentine is fast approaching. Well, the University of Lagos isn't excluded from the red atmosphere that characterizes Valentine. Now, talking about colors, I have someone here with me to talk about the lipstick fever. I'm talking about Richard Chukuma, an actor, a producer, and as well as a director. Good to have you join us, Richard.
Hi.
Now, let's talk about lipstick fever. What's that all about? But first, how did you conceive the idea of that name, lipstick fever?
Okay, so for the name Lipstick Fever, just coined out of a particular scenario on the script for the production. Yes, so it has to do around the love triangle within the characters, that's the gods that we have. So basically, it plays about the Yoruba gods in modern day time. So that's how the name came about.
Okay, so what's the connection between lipstick fever and then Yoruba gods? What's the connection?
So what we're trying to do on the team is try not to run like the same cliche kind of stage plays or movies that we have out there. Because
Okay.
the future project for this is to run a film, and we didn't want the name to sound like. Let me just use an example of those music, the common commercial music that we have now. So most
Okay.
of the names I hear always roll around like the choruses I hear most of the time. So we didn't want that kind of thing. We just wanted to coin out something from the script that's not the most common thing, rather than just giving like a Yoruba name or something.
Okay.
We just wanted something different, something catchy.
Okay. You talked about Yoruba gods, Yoruba mythology. Let us in regarding that. What does that really entail?
So a lot of times most people do not really know about their origin.
Okay.
They are still traditional gods. A lot of time when they want to tell us these stories, either film or on stage, they tend to do it in the past. And we're in the 21st century now. A lot of people are in tune to recent things. And let me give, for example, like the Marvel kind of films and the DC. A lot of 21st century people key into those kind of system, and they enjoy when they show things like this. So why is it that we in Africa here, we always try to show our own gods in the past, and we do not catch a lot of young folks? So basically, I saw this first time I saw the story was in 2017.
Okay.
I acted in it too. So I got the story from the scriptwriter called Mina Davids, who was once a student of the University of Lagos too. And the first time I saw it, and it really caught my attention, and seeing something that's different basically. And the first thing I saw, it was like it won't be a bad idea for us to push this as a film, and it will also be a good opportunity for the younger folks out there to see all these gods that we have in a different light and to pick interest in it. And the name alone was catchy, and it was also a very good opportunity to tell the story from their love triangle, because
Right.
everybody loves love, I presume. Everybody loves love.
Well, I love love. But then we caught up with the cast on set, and here is what they have to say. Take a listen.
My name is Ojo Ebenezer Precious, and I play the role of Ogun in Lipstick Fever. If you are very familiar with Yoruba history, you know who Ogun is. Expect a whole lot from Ogun. I do not want to let the cat out of the bag, right? So I would want to wait for you guys to come on Friday and watch the play and see who Ogun is. But trust me, you're going to see something very spectacular. So don't miss Lipstick Fever for anything.
Ah! Songo! Songo lè mọ̀ mí o. It is not my fault. I am handsome. Songo, do not forget that I am the god of war. Do not forget.
My name is Idris Adepoju Muniz, and I'm playing the role Shango in the play Lipstick Fever. So Shango is a womanizer, a narcissist, and is quite arrogant. When you come watch the play, you understand why he's an arrogant person. Yeah.
All of this shout and energy for a 1 minute man. See the energy for the bedroom.
My name is Isidima Namdi, and I'm doubling as the cast of Oya in the stage play Lipstick Fever. For people coming to watch the play, I would tell them to expect something really nice, a performance that is going to wow your brain, a performance that is not the normal type of stage plays you come to see or movies you come to watch. I don't want to give any spoilers, but I would tell the audience to have a very open mind, because at the end of the play, you are definitely going to enjoy yourselves.
Hello, my name is Joy Ibiang Ubetin. I'm one of the lead roles for Lipstick Fever. I'm playing the role of Oba. I expect you guys to, how do I put it, to experience a lot of love from this. Seeing as the show is coming close to Valentine's time, it's a time to come and shake some tables. That's what we're hoping to do, to help people shake some tables.
Lipstick Fever is a play produced by Richard Chukwuma that depicts a fusion of modern scenery with Yoruba mythology. And it's set to be a total show of love, energy, and industry. I am Florence Okava reporting for Unilag TV.
All right, welcome back. Now, Richard, let's talk about this production. What's really unique about it? And then let's compare the modern versus the traditional scenery.
Okay, so what we tried to do, so we played around a lot of different aspects of costuming and set. So we want a scenario whereby the first thing that catches your attention is the set and the costume, and also the director that we used on board. The director is Makinde, one of the top directors in Nigeria. So we tried to get a professional team and also mix it with students in school, so they can have like a different experience and a different interpretation from the storyline. And at the same time, we wanted to keep it modern and not still forgetting the roots that is still a traditional story.
Because I was going to ask you, what was the mission for infusing both traditional and then modern, aspect into this production?
The bigger picture is to push the film and to have our own story out there. That's the bigger picture of everything.
All right, you're watching News Review on Unilag TV. We'll take a short break and we'll be right back. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Don't forget to follow us across all our social media platforms at Unilag on TV. I still have with me here Richard Chukwuma, and together we're talking about trying to unravel Lipstick Fever in connection with Yoruba mythology. Now let's talk. You are a creative. I want to just peek into your world a bit. How do you inspire creativity? How do you get creativity as a producer, as an actor? For your work, for instance, how do you get inspiration for creativity?
Okay, I think I'll answer the question separately.
Okay.
So for being an actor, basically, I just like being real. So first off, if I get a script to act on, I tend to soak in the character and forget the fact that it's Richard that's on set.
Right.
So I tend to soak in the character, and a lot of films that we do in Nigeria and stage play that we do, a lot of actors do not tend to soak in the character. So what they just do is they get the script and tell them, oh, they're going to shoot in one time, and they come there in one time, and you just have a lot of cuts, join, and the rest of them. So what we did differently for our own production was, so our rehearsal was about for a month, and for like almost the first 2-3 weeks, we didn't do anything like blockings and the rest of them. It was just basically come for a rehearsal, sit down, read. So when it was time for blocking was easy because as I went to come for rehearsal from like the end of the second week to the third week, it was easy for them to move around freely because they understood the fact that they had properly understood their character. They had soaked it in already, so movements would be easy. Even for the director to do blocking, so would be easy because they had personalized everything. So that's for being an actor. Then for being a director, for creativity, basically for me, any project I would want to get involved in to produce after this has to be something different, basically. Just like this production, Lipstick Fever, is different. A lot of productions out there do not really catch me because they're the same thing. The difference is they just bring different cameras, different actors, run them, they just recycle them over and over again. So for me, it has to be something different. I don't know what is different, but it has to be something different.
Now, on a light note, tell me one experience you had as an actor. Probably you forgot your line, something alright that happened to you on set while acting or while producing.
Okay, we're producing. Let me start with that. This was just like a recent business. So, a lot of times we always have what they call double cast.
Okay.
And there was a particular day, one of the main actors was not around. I don't know, he had an issue or so, and we could not reach him. And we were supposed to have a different type of rehearsal that day. And we had gone far, but he was not around. So at that time I felt stuck because I didn't have a double cast for him. Immediately started looking for like options, who to call, probably run like an indoor casting for like some couple of actors and the rest of them. He showed up at the end of the day, but at that time I felt really stuck that I could not move on without this actor. So he felt, in my head, I didn't let him know, like it felt like we had only him. And if you have that kind of thing, it would really affect your production. So that's why a lot of times they advise for double cast, so actors will not mess you up.
Right. Let me digress a bit. I want to find out from you, what's the most challenging factors affecting the film industry? You are into film, you're creative. So what's the most challenging factors that's affecting the film industry as we speak?
So I feel a lot of producers do not circle actors. They do not rotate actors. They just use the same face over and over and again. And honestly speaking, so I just joined the university. I'm 200 level, I'm a student. And what I noticed in my first year was we have a lot of hungry creatives in school. Because I travel a lot too, so I go to like other universities too. We have a lot of hungry writers, actors. They're all good, but no opportunity. And even if they get a little opportunity out there, the pay they give them is very, very, very small. It's not compared to what they drop. I'm a big believer of value for value. So they don't recycle actors, and it's a major flaw for the industry.
Right. Now, let me talk about your Yoruba mythology. Do you think these generation we have now are open? Or what's your perception about them accepting the gods of the Yoruba we had? What's your perception about that?
So I feel they'll accept it because everybody likes something new. And I did like a basic background research before going on board for the project. I had like a couple of one-on-ones with people, and I wanted to see their facial expressions, their answers, and the rest of them. Imagine I walk up to you and tell you, oh, I want to do a stage play on Yoruba gods. I would just sit down and say, oh, okay, no problem. But imagine I walk up to you and say, oh, I want to do a stage play on Yoruba gods in modern day time. Just imagine Ishu being on suit, or you see Oya on the crop top, that kind of thing. The reaction is different.
Okay.
So everybody likes something new. Bring it different. Like, you would not want to sit down and watch a Yoruba mythology on TV about them in the bush, in the village. It's tiring.
Okay, it's like fusing the modern and then the ancient.
Basically.
Now, let me find out from you, what's the most challenging character you ever played?
The most challenging character I've ever played. I think I'll say push it down to my first film.
Okay.
So that was my first time being on set. How it even happened was the producer came to the house. I didn't even know it was a producer. No, it was a writer. Yes, he came to the house. I knew it was a writer. Then just randomly saw me and said, would I like to act? And I said yes. And I went for what they call auditions. I didn't know what it was. I saw a bunch of kids. We did the whole audition, everything. 1 month later, they called me and they said, oh, let's go back. And they gave me one big book like that. That I was the main character. I still did not understand everything. But what helped me at that time was because I was still very young. So I was just playing along. But at some point, it was getting really hard trying to be someone you're not. They saw me as this playful kid in the house that would suit the character. I did not know as at that time. It was later on that it was looking like, oh, there was a bigger responsibility. And I had to not be the young Richard as at that time to transition to being another character, basically. It was really, really difficult because I was really young as at then. That was about 2009. So from there, everything just started changing.
Right. And that's the most we can take on News Review. My guest has been Richard Chukwuma, an actor, producer, and director. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you very much.
Until next time, please have a good day. My name is Adebola Adediba. I'll see you later.